I think that a big issue for the next years, as climate change grows in importance and takes, the center stage in international debates, is that I believe there's a very large risk that this will happen at the expense of the focus on poverty, which is a totally unfinished task. We're barely starting to scratch the surface. And the international community has this very dangerous tendency to, all of a sudden forget about promises and commitments and priorities and move to the next thing. Particularly when, as we're finding with poverty, it's such a difficult issue, such an intractable issue, So it's very comfortable for governments and development agencies to say, gosh, this is so hard and we're not making the progress that we wanted to make. Let's move to the next thing, which is in the minds, of citizens in our countries, etc. So I think the world is going to need organizations, perhaps IIED is one of them, that will make sure that the importance that must be given to climate change is not at the expense of the debate and action on poverty. And this is not just from an analytical perspective and how environment and development conceptually come together. It's also in very practical ways. The resources, the funding of development assistance that is now going to poverty. Is that going to be sustained when you need to start funding international commitments to climate change? So it's not just an analytical or theoretical problem. It's a very practical one in terms of making sure that we tackle climate change while creating opportunities for poor people. And that's a huge challenge.